What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today I am going to be making a review on some archery stuff that I picked up from a tackle box last weekend. This tackle box is a tackle box that my brother made in the last video, because the other box that had everything in it, the box was really disgusting. So I cleaned the tackle box up, but I decided that this tackle box would be a lot better to use. So let's get into the... Alright, we'll start off with the top of it. Now, some of this stuff in here that I added, but some of the stuff that was in here I could show you. Now, I bought this whole box for 25 bucks. The guy wanted 40 and I managed to get him down to 25. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of really old archery stuff from the late 80s and early 90s. This is a... Let's see. This is a TrueFire Spitfire release. You push that and the two little ball bearings move. Trying to go by really quick. This is a thumb release, an old one. Does that. Some field tips, which this is really nice. I could use this for when I'm tuning my bows. This I added in here. It's a Mathews Cam Pro Stripper for fletchings. A Hoyt bow sight. Air rest. I think these are called cricket leg air rests. I don't recall. This one here is a really nice release. I mean, air rest. I think I'm going to put this on one of my bows. It's really, really, really nice. It's like brand new. I don't think it was ever used. This was in the box. This was in the box. The stuff I'm just now showing y'all is in the box. This was in the box. The Check It products. A 4-pin bow sight. It doesn't have the dovetail bracket for it. A golden key Star Hunter. This is for, like, if you're shooting a traditional type bow, you kind of have the bow to an angle. Have this bow sight. It's only got 2 pins. Now these, there's some Cobra sights. That's got like a pendulum sight on it. And you got this one, which I want to put these on bows I have. Mossy Oak, old Mossy Oak Bottomland felt. I'm going to put that on a bow. This here is pretty cool. Now this box has... Sorry about that. Now this, I have a lot of broadheads that came with this box. And this is something that's really cool. I don't know. I've never seen it before and never heard of it. It's a Muzzy broadhead sharpener. You can angle it for the different styles of broadheads. It's for other broadheads too, but it's mainly used for Muzzy. That's what it says on the paper. You can see in the light. Just says patent pending. I'll have to lay that over here. Now these I added in here. I've had these forever. These are Razorback broadheads by Nap Archery. NAP. They still make broadheads, but this, there was a store going out of business one day, and I went down there and bought a whole bunch of them. Now these are for Razorbacks. These are like little inserts. These things are razor sharp. I cannot find the inserts for them. Cannot. Here's another one. I think this is a 5. No, these are all 4-blade stuff. Here's a cooler thing. These are practice ones, but these are 5 blades. I have a 5 blade and a 4 blade one too. But these are little practice ones you can shoot into targets. So, and here's the 4 one. I found this one at a yard sale. That's why this one's pretty faded out. And then I got a box of Thunderheads, Nap Thunderheads, 85 grains. I do not know what I'm going to use those for. I don't know about 85 grain broadheads. Too light of an arrow. So, I think this is a newer box though. I don't know. But I added that in there. So let's get into the broadhead. Alright, we're going to start off with the top drawer first. Everything in this was all in that box. And this is not just the only tray with broadheads. No. We'll start off with just a little random one over here. This is a Wasp broadhead, if it can focus. Won't focus. There it is. It's a Wasp broadhead. Really nice. These broadheads in here, there's some really, really, really cool ones in here. And there's some really cool ones in the bottom. But I have... Let me go down in here first before I even show y'all anything else. Well, now y'all starting to see what else I have in here. Okay. Here's a broadhead that I really would love to find the inserts for. And I have the arrows to show you. These are Beeman broadhead system. You can see. And these are really unique broadheads. Like, really unique. I have 4 of them. If you can see that there's a... these things are so sharp. There's supposed to be a little screw-in insert that glues into the arrow itself. Because Beeman arrows back in the day were real thin. And that's why I have them. I can show you. I've got some arrows that I'm going to show y'all too. But this is one of them. This is a Beeman Pro Hunter 8060. See, really thin arrow. Really skinny. And it's got an outsert on it. I have 5 of those. And these came with it too when I got it. These are old Easton. If it can focus. These are Easton's XX75 2413 super light in tree bark leaf. They're perfectly fletched. Nothing wrong with them. Alright, let's start off with another broadhead we have in here. This is another Wasp broadhead, which I'm probably going to use 3 of them. There's 6 of them. These are brand new. A lot of the stuff in here was never used. Here's the packaging for the blades and the little washers. I have another box here of much older Camlock ones. We got some Muzzies. I think this is 100 grain. This is 100 grain 4 blade. And I'm thinking that the green one is a 200 grain. It's a really heavy broadhead and much bigger than 100 grain. I'm assuming that this is 200 grain or 250 grain. I don't know. I have some Thunderheads here, some 125 grain and 100 grain. I only have 100 grain. I have all the little blade packages for them. If you didn't see them, to show you. I had some blades in there. Like I said, this is a lot of stuff. Here's the 125 grain Thunderheads. brand new, never ever used. Here's the 100 grain ones, which I used to shoot those. Then when I switched over to something else to use. That's everything in here. Tons of field tips. I've sorted them out to the different varieties of them. Oh, and there's a bunch of these are the Thunderhead things to tighten them up and all that stuff. Go to the next drawer. All right, everything in here is a little random stuff. The more I go, the two middle drawers has got not a lot of stuff, but this one's got all the screws for the air arrests and the bow sights. Now here's the broadheads that are my second favorites, and I can actually like put these on arrows. Now, people probably don't know about these broadheads, but these are puckets. These are old punch cutters here. Now, the coolest thing about these broadheads are these were the first ever mechanical broadheads. My dad, I think this was the mid-'80s. My dad went to a hunting show, and the guy that created them was there. This is how they work. You're supposed to get a rubber band, stick it right here. So out of focus. You see how that opened up? When it hits the deer, it punches open like that, and the blades kind of come back and lock. And that's what they do. These things are so sharp. So sharp. They're like little scalpel blades. They're so sharp. And I remember my dad was like, yeah, I remember I used to shoot them all the time. And I remember when they came out and I went to the hunt show and saw them for the first time. Here's another one. These are the Puckett Blood Trailers. These are another broadhead that is very unique. If I could get the blade off. If I can get the blade off without tearing my hand up. These are no joke broadheads. Let's see. Here we go. Now, all right, here's what they look like. And they kind of open up like that, if you can't tell. I mean, razor sharp. But see, the blade comes back and it comes back out. It's the first ever punch cutting mechanic. They still make these. Well, they don't make the Puckets anymore. See, look, that thing just poked me and cut me in the hand. But they don't make these. They still make that type of design with the punch cut type, but they don't make those. We got some inserts for aluminum arrows and some nice nocks. Bowstring wax, some Martin Blue bowstring wax, an old Golden Key prong air arrest. Let's just keep going straight down. See, like this one's really random. This one's just some different random stuff I put in here. This is still stuff that was in that box. I just sorted it all out. There's nothing really too crazy in here. Now, this is the other box. This is where I got most of the rest of the broadheads and then the other stuff. Now, we'll start off with these. I put these in here. These are old satellites. And these broadheads are razor sharp. Their blades, the blades on these things are so thin. So thin. Of course, the blade's falling off of this one. This is another satellite broadhead. I think this is 150 grain. These are another old mechanical broadhead. I think they still make these. I remember when I bought them in the original pack, I went to use them for deer hunting, and I ripped them all out the pack. This is another broadhead that I like. Now, this broadhead, this is a Browning. This is a broadhead made by Browning. These were the first broadheads that had a blade at the tip, like that, instead of like a regular just trocar tip. but it was these. These are Browning. I don't know the actual name of the broadheads, but I know they're Browning. They're made by Browning in the 90s. There's these. I don't know what these are. The blade fell off of it, of course. I don't know what these are. I'll have to find a better one that the blade didn't fall off of. But here you go. There's our 4-blade. And the thing is, they're shaped different. They got a different shape to it. I don't know if they're made by Waltz. I don't know. They don't say it. They usually say it. And then here's like a cheaper broadhead with like the other ones. This is a broadhead here that I only have one of. This is a Copeland broadhead. And it's definitely weirdly shaped. So, and then you got these. These are Bear archery broadheads. These are actually brand new. I went to a thrift store one day and they had them in a little tackle box that I have now. And it had a whole bunch of them. I think it still had the... I don't know where I done with it. But these were in that tackle box when I got it last weekend too. Tools and stuff were in there too. I have some more stuff that I've bought that I haven't got to show yet, so we're going to show them in just a minute. Alright, here's some more stuff that I got. When I bought that box, it had this target sight. This is a Martin Pro Sight by Martin Archery. I have a lot of Martin bows. I would like to make a video one day. These are all these Easton arrows. I only got 4 because the other 2 were pretty destroyed. They were bent up. He had a whole bunch of them. Oh, well, hold on. There's an arrow in here that's mixed up. Here's a Easton Super Slam. Now, these are really popular arrows. Back then, my dad used them a lot. The lighting is kind of sucks. Sucks very bad right now. And the quality right now. And then the Beeman arrows. I have 5 of them. I shoot those out of my Matthews Z-Max. Oh, well, I forgot to add it in the video, but I'll have to add it in some other time. There was a bow sight that came with it too, and an arrow rest. They were both PSE. The bow sight was like a 6-pin bow sight, whatever. An old tree bark camo Dove bag. I actually have a backpack with the same camo in the same company. So, that's pretty cool. It's a Dove bag. I have another one that in a different tree bark camo. Now this stuff in here I bought a weekend before, and I bought it at the same spot where I bought that tackle box full archery stuff. This was a box, in this box here, it was full archery stuff. Now this here is new. But there's some really cool stuff in here. This is an old Loman rattle box. Crazy thing is my dad used this a lot back in the day, but he lost it hunting. This is an old scent thing. It's got the glass. Now, if you can tell when an old, like if you're walking through the woods and you can find an old scent bottle, if it's glass, it's 90s, early 2000s. But if it's plastic, it's like newer. This here is actually going on a bow that I might show y'all. I don't know how long the video is going to be. I'll have to show it another time. It's actually in this matching camo. This is a multi oak camo thing that you put on your belt, and when you're shooting your bow or when you're hunting, you kind of set the cam and stuff right in there, so you got to hold it on your leg. This was in the box too. Old deer scent, deer formula. And this, I got a bunch of old North American whitetail magazines from the early 90s, and it has this scent bottle in there. An old, they don't make this type of bow hanger anymore for tree stands. This, I don't know how good this is anymore. They're probably pretty ruined. I can tell, but I'm going to keep them in the box. This is old HS Strut Gold Premier Flex 3000. Mag 3.5, and it's got all the calls in it. I'm never going to use that. That's actually really disgusting, but it's cool to have it for display. This here is a really cool scent thing. I don't even know about it. I'd never seen it before. My dad has never seen it before. Never. The scent bottle is a scent wick in here, scent bottle, and there's a thing that opens up and disperses the air in it. That disperses it out. It's really cool. I think that's really cool. I'm actually going to add that in the collection. And then there's just some other stuff. But that's probably about it on this. I actually have enough time to show you the last thing on here. We're going to make it very fast. Alright, this is the other thing I got this weekend too. When I bought that archery box, this was there too. In the case, this is probably where all that stuff came from. This is a Golden Eagle Formula Pro. They made different models of this bow. I have another model that I bought at an antique store. It's the Formula 3D. Different. It's about the same, but the riser is different. Now, when I saw this, mossy oak is my favorite color, and I already have this bow, but it is so hard to find the matching quiver and anything for it. So when I saw it, I had to get it. I ended up getting it for $40. So I really didn't get much of anything on half of this stuff. So, we can go over the bow right now. So, move up closer. So everything on this bow was just how I got it. The arrows, these are Easton aluminum arrows. And these are my favorite Easton arrows, actually. These are Easton Classics. Really cool arrows. And the guy said it's missing one arrow, which I don't really care. It's got a Proline sight, 3-pin sight. It's got a heavy-ass stabilizer on it, though. Nice arrow rest. All out, really good bow. The guy actually shot this bow all the way to 2010. He bought the bow in the early 90s or mid 90s. And he said he loved the bow so much that he actually kept shooting it. But he'd stopped using it for hunting in like the mid 2000s. But then he just used it for target shooting, and he actually shot really good target shooting with it. So, and the cool thing about it is a lot of the Golden Eagle bows had the bow sights that screw in to the riser. You can see that a lot now on the new bows. This was that first ever design like that, so that was pretty cool. I think Hoyt did that same thing too. I don't really know. This is the matching camo for it. The quiver, really, really nice cams though. I have yet to shoot the bow. I did not shoot it yet. I don't know if I probably will. So, well, this is the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.